Hi, Tyne, great background behind you. So where's this heat coming from?
Hi Ros. So really it's coming from everywhere. So to get that figure, climate scientists look at the air temperature above all of the world's oceans and also over land, and then they average it out. It means some places will have been cooler than normal, some average, but overwhelmingly, if you're getting the hottest March on record, and that has been the case for several months in a row, it's been warm everywhere. If we talk about March specifically, that was Europe's second warmest March on record. And then elsewhere around the globe, Copernicus says the warmest places were over parts of Antarctica, Greenland, parts of North and South America, and also southern Australia.
Well, how hot has it been in general in Australia then, Tyne?
Yeah, so even though it has been quite rainy, Australia has been playing quite a substantial role in that overall global heat signal. So it was our hottest March on record, according to the Bureau of Meteorology. That followed on from our third warmest summer on record, our fifth warmest spring on record, and our warmest winter on record. So there's been a lot of heat coming from this part of the world, and I can tell you now, being in southern Western Australia, it has been noticeably hot and dry for really the last 6 months.
So do we know what's driving this heat then, Tyne?
Sort of. So climate change and greenhouse gases, of course, are a big part of this story. There has been a global warming trend for several decades now. Then on top of that, you've got natural processes that kind of boost that temperature above or below the trend. So in this case, we've had an El Nino, and if we're talking about the last 3 months in particular, the heat has been kind of in line with what climate scientists expect to see after the peak of an El Nino. 2023 was a bit more unusual though. Even though climate change and El Nino form part of the heat we saw last year, we had records being broken as far back as June last year, in some cases even March last year, and that was even before the El Nino kicked in. And so climate scientists are saying there's this margin at the top that they can't quite explain. There have been some theories that the amount of pollution around the world is less than what the global climate models were accounting for. Other theories relate to that big underwater volcano in Tonga in 2022, that might be playing a role. That's all possible, but at this stage, it's not able to be fully explained, and climate scientists really want to figure that out so that they can say whether this is just a blip or the start of something new.